You are now tuned into Kari's Crib. Kari's Crib. Kari's Crib. Kari's Crib.
What's good and 10 pretty people? Friday evening, my name is Khary, this is my crib, and I invite you into my home for another evening of the dopest live stream that sounds like a podcast, sounds like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. We're gonna have a good time tonight, even though we haven't showcased stuff in a while. We're gonna get back to that very, very soon. I promise. Yo, I'm tuned in with some of my good friends this evening. My homeboy Bezo, my homegirl Grace. How are y'all doing this evening? How is everybody feeling and shit like that?
Khary, what it do?
Yo, I'm chilling. How's everybody?
Fancy Friday.
Yes, it is Fancy Friday. As y'all can see, I got the fanciness going over here and shit like that. I'm a little fancy, you know what I'm saying? I kind of got like my Cuban vibe going and shit like that. You know what I mean? I kind of look a little Cuban over here, right?
You gonna go to the cigar lounge tonight?
You know what? That would not be a bad idea, actually, if I was to go to a cigar lounge. And I think I know where one is at, too. This one not too far from me. That would be... I guess I would be kind of dressed properly for that, too, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's the Cortez.
Man, nobody really knows me by that over here, Bees. You know, nobody knows me by the Cortez persona.
I was just saying, you was looking real Cortez-y today.
Yeah, it's kind of that vibe. It's a good Friday, too, by the way. Shout out to all my house guests in the chat over here. Yo, appreciate y'all tuning in and checking in this evening. And Wayne Mills just reminded me over here that it is Good Friday. So happy Good Friday to everybody. You know, how was everybody's week?
Good Friday.
Was everybody's week good? Oh, shit.
Did you just have a exorcism?
No, I had the
Yo.
I had the wrong
I'm an alien
set up over here.
Yo, I got
an alien. That was some real. That was some real Independence Day shit right there. Like,
I had the video inputs messed up a little bit over there.
Oh, I kind of liked it, yo. These sound like he'd be from another world already, so it kind of works. But yo, okay, I got a question. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna ask anyways. Okay, so when I was coming out of high school, going into college, a movie called How High was coming out, and I was so excited. I know one of you smoked a blunt with Method Man. Don't interrupt my story. I have a story. So I was so happy when that movie came out, but it took me almost 5 years to notice a very specific hilarious scene. Do you know what I'm talking about if I say, hi, Red Man, and then I say, I'm a ghost.
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. I gotta tell you what's happening. So look,
I've seen
point.
I've seen How High.
Yeah, you were breaking up. I didn't hear it. You were breaking up. I didn't hear you.
Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. So look, there is this part in How High where Redman and Method Man meet, okay? One of them is out of a blunt. One of them is out of blunts. One of them is out of weed. Got blunt, got weed. They meet, they smoke. Everything's cool. But the weed that Method Man smokes with Redman is so insane that Redman loses his mind, of course. So he, as Hollywood fashion would have it. So he hops out of the car and Method Man is talking to a ghost. But as this whole conversation with the ghost is happening, if you aren't paying attention, you'll miss it. Redman runs across the screen between the two cars like he's flying, almost like the Naruto, whatever it's called. And he just goes, I'm a ghost. Because he thinks, because the other guy is a ghost, the actual ghost that's really there is there, that the weed made that guy a ghost, so it must have made him a ghost. So he's pretending to fly around. It is one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen. And for some reason, that glitch in the matrix of our show just reminded me of that. What, B?
That's when he punches the car and he says, yo, he's a ghost. He says, oh, that's why this
that
shit
explains everything. One of my favorite lines. Absolutely, B.
You know, I have not seen that movie enough. But you know what? Bees reminded me. Oh shit, I'm over here coughing and shit. Bees reminded me today that 420 is actually on a Tuesday.
What?
Yeah, so we're gonna have some fun that day. And Bees already had some ideas for some shit that we should talk about for that evening, and we're gonna get into it then. But yo, it's gonna be a fun evening. It's gonna be a fun evening. Oh,
mark your calendar.
Oh, by the way, I'm not sure what I should count this. Should I count this as shot number 1?
That's foul.
Yeah, you can't start your shot count when the show starts. That is not going to be the same conditions as the previous shows. As all the previous shows you started before, so we have to continue the tradition.
Well, I started a lot earlier.
Oh, how early? What time did you start? And how close together were the shots?
The moment I finished work, the moment I clocked out, I went and grabbed a shot. You know, I said it's Friday, it's fancy Friday. We're gonna have a good motherfucking time.
Khary, this is for you. Khary. Well, technically,
I was the nerd out the crew. You know, I was the nerd out the crew. But even though I was the nerd out the crew, I wasn't the typical nerd. I was just the nigga in the crew that was always in the technical shit. I would still set it off. I would still set it off on somebody quick. You know, you know what I'm saying? I would set it off for somebody quick. So, though I was not a bully. Cheryl over here.
I love how you always are like, I'm not a bully. Everybody, you know I'm not a bully, right?
Cheryl over here in the chat says, yo, this is probably shot number 10. No, it's not shot number 10. Technically.
He's on 4.
Yeah, technically it's shot number 4 for the evening. I'm not even going to say for the day. I'm just going to say for the evening. Yeah, it's shot number 4. I started taking shots. I started taking shots right when I clocked out. I took some shots. I put some music on. You know, I put some music on and shit. I was vibing. Oh, I was listening to Jivion.
Jumbo.
I'm not even sure if that's how you say his name. Is it Giveon? Is it Jivion? I don't know. He got some dope music. I was letting B say I was listening to some music today because I was getting prepared for our topic. So I was listening to this song called Heartbreak Anniversary and Like I Want You from this dude named Jivion. Those are like some heartbreak. So I said I got to get into the heartbreak vibe and really listen to some shit, you know? And that was like my warm up for the evening and shit like that. But the music is dope as fuck, though. The music is dope as fuck. If I could sing, I would actually sing it. And you know what? Maybe I should sing it. Let's see. If I can remember the cadence. Should I sing it or not? Or have I not taken enough drinks? Well, how it goes starts off. Sometimes I wish you knew. Sometimes I wish you knew. But I can't even think of how the cadence goes right now. I got to hear the music in my head. So y'all got a treat. Y'all didn't get to hear me sing tonight.
Wow, I thought he was gonna say y'all got a little taste. He said you didn't have
you weren't subjected to my my terrible vocal skills. You know? Oh, speaking of vocals, yo, me and Bees was talking earlier, and I told Bees, I said, yo, we should do like a song breakdown, or not even a breakdown necessarily, but kind of just like discuss like a song like each week or something like that.
Okay.
And that came up because I was listening to the Fugees, you know, Ready or Not.
Yes, thank goodness.
You know,
that's the jam.
I was talking to that song. Okay, that's your jam. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Okay.
I'm gonna find you. Oh, go on, girl. Go on and find it, girl. Sorry.
Okay. Wow. It sounds like a love song when you sing the hook. Am I?
No, she creepy.
I'm saying when you listen to the hook, does it not sound like a love song? Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you.
I'm gonna find you. Take it slow.
And take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you.
I'm gonna find you and make you want me.
Right.
But the problem is, it's a little creepy.
Okay.
It's like that moment in Wedding Crashers where the girl's like, "But I'll find you."
So what is this song actually about? Because I looked at the lyrics.
Refugees taking over the Buffalo Soldiers, dreadlock Rastas. That's what it's about, obviously.
It's about the dreadlock Rasta.
Taking over. So this song sounds like a love song, but it's actually a song where they're talking about we're the best rappers ever, and y'all should be ready for us.
Correct.
And so they're saying you're gonna make me want and make you want me. So that's meaning like we're gonna make you want to buy our album. That's what that line means?
Probably deeper than that, because Lauren understands soul contracts and things of that nature. So I'm pretty sure she probably took it deeper than that.
Soul contracts. That sounds like some fucking deal with the devil shit.
Ooh.
Soul contracts. So let's see. How does the song start? How does song start?
I just started it.
Now that it starts. Now that I
exist, sleep, walk, or awake.
Now that I escape, sleep, walk, awake. Those who could relate know the world ain't cake. Jail bars ain't golden gates. Those who fake, they break. When they meet, they 400-pound mate. If I rule the world, everyone would have a gun. In the ghetto, of course. When giddy up on their horse, I kick a rhyme, drinking moonshine. I pour a sip on the concrete for the deceased. You don't want to weed by clefts in the state of sleep, thinking about the rubber weed that I did last week. So far, what are we talking about? Just beating and taking over the area?
I feel like you're trying my song right now, and what's your point? Because I feel like you went for the wrong song for this one. I'm angry. What are you trying to say here, Khary?
I was listening to the song, and I don't know what they're talking about though. For years I've listened to the song, and
that's because you're not ready, Khary. That's why you're not ready.
I'm not ready for ready or not.
Ready or not.
Okay. But so if I'm not ready, I'm the or not. So I can still continue. So now I've listened to this song for years and I've never actually paid attention to the lyrics. But now that I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay, what are we actually talking about? Is this a love song? Is this a I'm beating all the rappers? Is this the all the fans are gonna love me? Is it all of the above in some odd way? I don't know. But it's like
a love song to themselves from future rappers that fall in love with them even though they don't want to.
Okay, a born again hooligan, only to be king again.
So good.
Ready or not.
What you over there doing, Bees?
Yo, I got
that nigga Bees said, oh my God, this is so good. Like he was over there smashing because the camera wasn't going back and forth to him.
Nah, yo, listen, my boy gave me some Corona refreshers. Flavorful tropical cocktails? No more.
Why you looked at that like you somebody daddy?
And let me tell you, this is some good shit.
Some good shit.
Passion fruit lime is some good shit.
I think it sounds like he got some good crack over there or some shit.
That sounds delicious. He ain't lying though. I like them tropical flavors, bro. I don't know about the coconut. I used to love Malibu, yo. I loved Malibu. Like, because I could just drink it straight out the bottle. So I'll just buy a bottle and carry it around with me. But, like, now, those fruity things, I don't want coconut. But mango, tropical,
I can fuck with some mango. I kind of like the mango shit. I like the mango shit. Yes. I'm about to take shot number 2, which is technically shot number 5.
5. Okay,
so I took 3 shots between 5 and 6. Should I start over or discontinue? This continues?
It is continuing, I promise.
Okay, this continues.
Yeah.
So because I took a break between 6 and 9, that's not a...
Did you eat?
Yes, I ate some Chinese food, which I realized after I ate it, that's not the best thing to eat when you're drinking.
No, it's not.
Not that fulfilling.
I was like, this is pretty light on my stomach, you know? And I said, do I have any bread here? Maybe I should eat some bread. Just, you know what I mean?
Everybody always want to get some bread. No, that ain't going to help.
And you know what? I do have bread here, but it's not in the edible stage right now. You know?
Oh, what does that mean again?
The last time,
please explain.
The last time I went to the store, it was buy one, get one free. So I bought 2
and
put one in the freezer. So now
Just toast it.
That second loaf has been in the freezer for about 3 weeks now, maybe 4, possibly. So it's like, I'm just like, should I take it out? But if I take it out, is it going to be soggy? What's going on? I'm not sure.
No, you got to leave it in the freezer, bro, and then just toast it whenever you take it out.
So I got
a toaster. If you ain't got no toaster,
so I gotta treat my bread now like an Eggo waffle.
Kind of, but here's the cool thing about it is you can actually toast it, and you can make it to where it just is enough toasted to where it takes the freeze out, but it's still like just basically lukewarm, but it's not actually toasted. Or you can leave it in the toaster for like 5 minutes and it'll actually come out toasted perfectly. It'll be super soft. I freeze all my bread. That's the only reason I say that.
Okay, I learned something today. How long can I keep it in the freezer before I toast it and it tries to kill me?
Honestly, to me, it's more so about how much freezer burn you let get on it. If you can keep the moisture out of it, if you can keep it dry, then it shouldn't have too much freezer burn and it should be pretty good for months, honestly. That's what I've experienced. But the freezer burn, you got to knock the freezer burn off of it if it starts to get bad, like where it builds up that excess ice. Like knock that off of it before you put it in the toaster. But if it's like covered in it and you can tell it's kind of permeated and it's iced out the inside of the bread, you got to toss that. That's nasty. It'll be soggy and gross even if you toast it.
Okay.
Yeah, you got some soggy bread, bro.
You said I'm gonna have some soggy
Khary.
What's that?
Soggy bread.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
This is shot number, what did we just say? 5?
Why is this an interruption for by the way? Are you
5? Shot number 5?
You could have waited for me to say my point before you interrupted.
No. I pulled that shot a little while ago. I just been looking at it like, yo, why is this shot just sitting here? And I was like,
saying by the way for the shot.
And I was like, it's sitting here because I needed to take it on camera so that y'all knew that, not that y'all knew, but so y'all can keep count with me.
Oh, you're right. Because if we don't see it, we're gonna to think that you just lying or you've been hiding shots.
Right.
Been hiding shots.
This nigga scared. They're gonna be like, this nigga scared.
Okay, but Khary. Okay, so I don't know if Khary remembers this story, but here's a funny story for Khary, and then I'm sure we should probably get into the show. But look,
we about 20 minutes in.
You guys always get to tell stories. I want to tell a story. All right, so I have a Khary story for y'all that's actually hilarious. Okay, but it's also a good story.
A what story?
A Khary story. A Khary story.
A story about me. Okay, I'm scared.
And it's actually a really good story for people who want to learn something about people, because I made an assumption about pretty much all human beings for some reason, like all adult human beings, that was obviously not true. And it was a very little funny story. Long story short, I make a delicious mango tea. Shout out to Andrew Pandrew, Andreas Pondreas of Jerk Hut in Tampa, because yummy, yummy. But anyways, he got this delicious mango tea, so I found a way to recreate it. But I gave Khary some of the tea and the actual bags. And I was like, yo, all you got to do is just, make the tea, put as much sugar as you want. It's really good. He's like, yeah, this is pretty good tea. I'm going to make this at my house. So he doesn't bring up the tea after this. So I finally one day I'm like, yo, did you ever make that tea? And he was like, yeah, it had a lot of stuff in it. It didn't turn out right. And I was like, what do you mean it had stuff in it? What did you put in it? And he was like, it was in the tea. It had the stuff in it. And I was like, bruh, there shouldn't be anything in the tea, bruh. It's a tea bag, and it should just be water and then sugar. Whatever you decide to put in the tea is what goes in the tea. Well, it turns out that Khary boiled the tea bag in the water. He didn't boil the water and then pour the water over the tea bag. And I assumed that he would know how to freaking boil a tea bag. But guys, some people have never had tea, or they've never made it themselves. So that's a funny Khary story. It was hilarious to me at the moment. And also, the more you know, not everyone knows how to boil tea bags.
Okay, yeah, she's correct. I did not know how to actually make tea, but I learned. Yo, who's laughing over here? Who's over here?
Me.
Dying over here?
Me. I got about the same reaction I give you guys for your stories. I guess. I deserve that.
I'm learning. I'm learning shit. I'm starting to cook. I started frying fish. I started frying fish. I've been making fish for breakfast and shit like that. Like I would have like some fried swai. Did I say that right? Swai? Fried swai.
Yeah.
With some grits and some eggs and shit like that. You know what I mean? I was up in here chefing it up. You know what I mean?
Yummy.
Yo, shit. I've been trying, but Yes, I did not know how to make tea, but I learned.
I wasn't trying to make fun of you. It was just a funny story. Gosh, I just told you that I realized that people don't always know stuff. Why would you know how to make tea? I would have never thought about that. Like, why would you know that? Like, oh, it's tea time, everyone. Come, let's meet me on 125th Street. We'll run down to the tea room and have a wonderful time. Why would you know that?
Yeah, I'm kind of like
What's the room on 125th?
yeah, I'm kind of like a somewhat ghetto Bronx nigga, and
Now it's
when I was young, I say somewhat ghetto because I haven't lived out there for a while, and though.
But what does not knowing how to make tea got to make you be ghetto? I know black folks who in the ghetto who love tea and make it themselves.
Nobody in
I don't know
my
what that
house loved
means.
tea. My house was a coffee house. Okay, they drank coffee. I never seen anybody in my house drink tea. Okay.
That. Now he know how to make a good coffee bean. He know how to do that.
Hey! Look at my attire. You know I know how to make some coffee, and I actually really don't know how to make coffee.
I was gonna say, what brand of coffee do you even drink? Yo, Cafe Bustelo though. Go ahead and holler at it.
Yo, every job I've been at, I had to have somebody show me how to use the coffee machine. I'm like, yo, can somebody remind me how to make coffee? Because I don't really make coffee like that. I only drink it when I come to work and I have a meeting that I really need to not fall asleep in. That's when I drink coffee.
I blame bodegas. That's why you guys are like this.
Yeah, 50 cents.
You blame the bodegas.
You know, Shakima over here.
Why would you need to know how to cook if you have like a whole Chinese buffet down the street on the corner? Why?
Shakima in the chat says, "Yo,"
like
she says, "I'm definitely." She says, "I'm definitely dressed like I can make coffee."
See, lying to us all.
Yeah, Cheryl over here in the chat said too. She said she got her daughter Autumn over here watching you for the first time, and she says they are drinking Snoop Dogg's Cali Rose. And then they'll probably drink some Hennessy.
Oh.
How old is your daughter, Cheryl? Because for some reason, whenever somebody tells me they're watching the show with either their son or their daughter, I'm always imagining like a 7-year-old. And I'm like, why do y'all have this 7-year-old watching this type of shit? But I'm like, you know what? I would have my kids watching it with me too if they was there and watching it. But I'm a terrible parent. Don't judge me.
Oh my gosh.
All right, but you know what? Let's jump into the show. Yesterday was April Fool's Day. Did anybody get any April Fool's jokes played on them?
Michael Strahan pranked me pretty good.
Did he?
Oh, he got you.
He didn't though, because they said in the story that the guy who did his unibrow that year, they said that they would have to wait until the second to see if Strahan actually did it. And the fact that he said in his statement, he didn't tell anyone, he didn't talk to anyone in his family, he just went and did it for him and all. It seemed a little much, but it looked really real. So I was hoping it was kind of real. I just wanted to see if he did it. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see. He kind of made me sad.
So Strahan did get you with his April Fool's prank.
The news ruined it though, because they told us it could be a prank. It's like, you don't tell people it's a prank. Because I saw it on the 31st of March, and they're like, it could be a prank though, so wait till the second to see if it's real. It's like, don't ruin his thing. He just spent all that time getting those veneers. Why would you do that? So that's why I said he kind of got me.
Got you.
I actually clicked the news story. To me, that's getting me.
Is this a prank? Is this really? Is this for real? For real? Okay.
Too close. Too close. I used to prank people all the time and tell people I was pregnant, and they were really too quick to believe, and it always made me sad. So I stopped doing that.
That's not a prank.
What's that?
That's not a prank.
Yeah, that's a fucked up
prank.
No, because they always ask me. My family always was like, "Are you pregnant?" And it was like, "Bruh, I'm just getting fat again. You can leave me alone. You do this every year, every year." So I used to just purposely do it because they really wanted me to have a kid for some reason, even though at the time I wasn't even married. Sometimes they're psychopaths. Okay. So right. yeah. What did you see, Khary?
Yo, you know what's so crazy with that?
What?
Yo, I gotta apologize to this girl, yo, because I just found out about fibroids, right? For real, I just found out about fibroids.
Okay.
Like, you know, women with fibroids. All right. So for like 3 years, like half the block gotta apologize to her, because for like 3 years, everybody used to tell her congratulations. because
shit.
we thought she was pregnant.
That's super embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, I don't
But
tell
she had
people. I let people tell me they're pregnant.
She had the fibroids, but then it was like, yo, she's 3 years pregnant. So it was like,
3 years pregnant.
I'm sorry.
Yo, that's embarrassing, bro. You know how bad it got for me one time? My freaking grandma had to, in the middle of like, it was Christmas or Thanksgiving. I just remember it was cold outside. She had to like grab me in the middle. Khary, you went to my dad's house. How many was that?
How many was
7?
This is number 5, number 6?
7.
Yeah.
6.
So, Khary, you saw my dad's house. He got that like kind of open kitchen area where it's like the dining room, kitchen, like everything's kind of all connected.
Yeah.
So my grandma had stood me right in the middle of it. She made a whole show of it. She didn't like say anything to anybody, but she just kind of walked up to me. She'd never done this before. And this really bad rumor of me being pregnant. Like my dad was like confirming I was just pregnant 3 months. Just wait. She's going to tell everybody. My grandma came up to me in the middle of the freaking kitchen, grabbed me, turned me around in a circle and was like, girl, you are looking so good. You are so pretty. You know that? Look at me. You always had these nice legs. Baby, you are so beautiful. Extra loud. Basically, not only did she out the whole family that they had been talking about me, but then she embarrassed all of them and told them how to act. Rest in peace to that beautiful woman. And you need to go apologize to that girl, Bees.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Wayne Mills said that was 7. He said 7. That's not 7. What? I haven't had.
Yes, it was.
I had 4 since we started this show.
Yes, Khary, you keep pouring them. Stop doing it. Talk about it. He's talking about, is this real? Look at his face.
Yo. This guy.
What? Okay. All right. So no more till about 10 o'clock then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He'd be like, I'm going to take a 20-minute break, but I'm going to take 6 shots at once. That's perfect.
Cheryl said her daughter's going to be 29 in August. You know?
Okay.
Let's see.
I like that. I like that, Cheryl. Bringing around the new generation.
Let me see something real quick. So. So your daughter is 348 months old.
Oh my gosh. The nerd of the clique.
I love y'all.
Yo.
Khary like 0110100100000. I'm just teasing you, Khary.
All right.
I'm also a nerd.
All right. So let's jump to our next topic. Saweetie, we spoke about Saweetie and Quavo last episode on Tuesday about their fight in the elevator.
Yeah.
And Saweetie actually released a statement talking about the fight in the elevator. And following the breakup of Quavo and Saweetie, TMZ released a video of the couple having an altercation in the elevator. And speaking out for the first time since the release of the video, Saweetie released an exclusive statement to the Shade Room. She said, this unfortunate incident happened a year ago. While we have reconciled since then and moved past this particular disagreement, there were simply too many other hurdles to overcome in our relationship, and we have both since moved on. She continued, I kindly ask that everyone respect my privacy during this time. You know, that's
so you were right, Khary. She fell out in the elevator. Dang.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She embarrassed. She don't like that's out right now about her, bruh. She don't like that at all.
So my statement about like the door opening and it's like the refs turn, that's that. You think she swung first? Because I think Quavo actually said, "Yo, I didn't hit her, yo. I just kind of." He didn't say.
I think she missed the punch.
Yeah, she missed the punch. She missed it. She swung.
I think he
weaved that shit. He said, "Oh," that nigga went like this. He said, "Oh," you know. He backed up on that shit.
He wasn't like Chris Brown. Like Chris Brown was losing. I don't care what nobody says. He lost.
He did.
And only reason on some real shit. Only reason I say that because they like, yo, he bit her in the face. He bit her in the face. Okay, yeah, I understand that. That's savage. It's savage. But he bit her in the stomach too. Now, fam, biting is a form of desperation. You are losing.
Straight up.
I've never seen a winner. I've never seen a winner bite anybody, yo.
Let's see.
Never seen a winner bite anybody.
Mike Tyson, he lost that fight.
He wasn't winning.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Lost that fight.
I love Mike. He wasn't winning.
And Wayne Mills over here in the chat says, yo, so what was in the suitcase, though? You know? What was in the suitcase that they had in there? Probably
that was a pocketbook.
It was like it looked like a fucking a lifeguard box or some shit.
He wasn't winning.
It had some valuable in there, probably a fucking Xbox.
Yo, listen, they in Atlanta. They from Atlanta. You know, Atlanta is where they all got those big bags on their wrists, the big Gucci bag. The men got them, the women got them. Everybody got a big bag over there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the money bag. I'm just talking about pocketbooks. Everybody got a big pocketbook over in Atlanta.
I'm a bankhead. I'll take your cookies. But my purse, my man bag.
The Merce.
I got it.
Oh shit, the Merce. So let's jump into this next story. Y'all know who Steve Stout is? Y'all know who Steve Stout is?
No, I don't like that name.
Yeah.
Steve Stout is like a music industry executive that turned into like a commercial executive. He worked with
Toby.
He actually
was Nas's manager.
He was Nas's manager at the time. He worked with he's actually working with the Knicks, I believe now. He's like there's some, I forget what he does exactly with the Knicks. He worked with damn, what the hell's his name? I can't think of his name off the top of my head. It's so disrespectful too, from the Clips. What's his name, Bees?
Pusha T?
Yes, Pusha T. He worked with Pusha T to make like a jingle for fucking McDonald's. You know? Pusha T wrote the I'm Loving It for McDonald's, you know, and Steve Stout worked with him with that. Steve Stout actually had the producer that made the theme song for Martin, you know? He hooked up, he's the dude that kind of linked that together. He worked with Kid and Play back in the day. He worked with Bad Boy. He worked with Jay-Z. He worked with pretty much everybody, you know. But now
he's also the guy that got choked out by Puff Daddy.
Yes, he did get choked out by Puff Daddy.
Oh, I actually remember that guy.
Yeah, you know, that's not the. No, I'm thinking somebody else. I'm thinking of Un Rivera. Un Rivera was with Jay-Z in the champagne bottle and shit.
Yeah.
But Steve Stout.
No, that's big pun with the champagne bottle. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So Steve Stout. Okay. He has a company called United Masters, and United Masters has landed a $50 million infusion of cash led by Apple. And this company, United Masters, is kind of like a company that helps you put your music on like different platforms and shit like that. You know, they have partnerships.
That's dope.
With brands like the NBA, ESPN, TikTok, and Twitch, giving the artists to use the service an edge and a faster path to be discovered by potential fans. So he kind of like has like a DistroKid kind of site or a TuneCore or somewhere where like you sign up with them, you put your music there, and then that music gets published to Apple, Spotify, Tidal, all of those different platforms and shit like that. But he's also being backed by Apple. They threw $50 million into the company. So that's kind of dope. Black man doing his motherfucking thing.
That's amazing, actually. That's amazing.
You know, I gotta figure out how I can get like $50 million investments for ideas of mine and shit. Because at that level, a lot of times people aren't really like building it. You know, they're not like doing a lot of the work that creates the
That's all right here.
They come up with the idea. They get somebody to give them money, and then they get that money, and then they use that money to pay somebody else to actually figure the idea out. You know?
I feel like that's a matter of who you know, and you just named all them names. You know everybody. That's why they did that.
Yeah.
He had a good idea. He knew the right people. That's clout. That's the real clout. The stunting and the clout that a lot of the people do, I can't identify with, but that I can identify with. That's clout.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of dope, though. That was actually one of the headlines I read today. And when I be finding news, I just be finding shit that just be interesting to me. And I be hollering at you. I'm like, yo, what y'all think of this? Y'all be like, yeah, that's interesting to me too. I'm like, all right, let's do this. You know?
Yeah.
So next story. We actually probably should have spoke about some of this on Tuesday, but I totally forgot to add it to the docket. So now here we are today. And we actually have a little more details on it and shit. Lil Nas X and Nike. Y'all know what's going on with Lil Nas X? For those of y'all that are unfamiliar with what is going on with Lil Nas X, he released a video recently. And in this video, there's a scene where he slides down a stripper pole, and he slides down the pole to hell, you know? And then when he slides down the pole to hell, he gives the devil a lap dance, you know? And then he eventually kills the devil, you know? But people are just talking about him giving the devil a lap dance, and a lot of people kind of felt offended by that, you know? One of Lil Nas's responses was like, yo, I was making fun of the devil. Do y'all not like the devil? What's going on? Do y'all like the devil or do y'all hate the devil? You know, because y'all are mad that I'm shitting, I'm making fun of the devil in this video, you know? And y'all are mad at this.
But yet, America wasn't mad when Saddam Hussein was in the bed with the devil in the South Park movie. I mean,
yeah.
They had a full-on romance too, like.
Yes. I mean, we really want to talk about it, you know.
Yeah, you got a point. There's been some wild shit out there, you know. But is it because? Is it? What do you think? Some of the
it's because he's a black gay man. Let's just be real, and he has country music and white fans. That's why they don't like it.
Yo, this is the thing that Nas X see. Certain generations, some of them still don't see or understand it. If you go to college and you get an education, cool. If you become a billionaire, cool. You know what I'm saying? You, whatever it is you become, the one thing you must always remember, as long as there's a constitution in the United States of America, right? You still a nigga.
Yeah, pretty much.
No matter what you do.
Pretty much.
No matter what you do. Because the Constitution is always going to say we are pieces of property and Social Security number. There's certain things that you don't pay attention and you don't look at. Like, why is everybody this of color having to have an odd number at the end of their Social Security number? I'm just saying. But, you know, it's certain little things like that. You don't understand. But I don't know. I'm sorry. I went on a little rant. My bad.
Yep. The glitch in the Matrix already warned us, Steve. we knew. We weren't really there.
I'm trying to see. I saw some stuff this week that.
Well, I think that the uproar is. I think it's continuing because Nike with the shoes is not having it. So I think that the video itself was going to be divisive. It's the devil. He's gay and he's like dressed certain ways, and we're still dealing with how people feel about that. I mean, there's just a lot of different things, and then the fact that he brought God, and then he's gay and he's black, and then he did a sexual act on top of the devil. Everyone's been complaining about WAP. It's like everybody's already looking for something to be bothered by, and he basically very look, I don't approve of a bunch of shit he did in that video just from my personal beliefs and shit, but the nigga is a genius. He's a genius.
I'll be honest. I actually didn't watch the video. You know, I've read descriptions.
I didn't see it, but I saw clips like screenshots.
I read descriptions about it. I saw a screenshot. I saw a screenshot of him on the devil looking like Nicki Minaj, and I said, "Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna look this video up." You know,
he's actually a barb. Did you guys know that?
Is he? He's a barb?
That's not
yes. So what happened was years ago, before he had come out, someone had actually like been like, "Oh, you claim you love Nicki Minaj so much, but why don't you claim like you're a barb?" And then he came out later and actually apologized to Nicki Minaj on Twitter and just said, "I hadn't come out yet." And so one of the things that the reason why they brought this up in the story, because I read up on it. Okay. The reason they brought this up is to say that the video is actually him. The place is representing the Garden of Eden, but it's actually called Montero, which is his real name. And he's basically representing the fact that this was his way of reclaiming who he really is, because he's been having to hide it for so long, which is the story of a lot of people who are gay in our society. Right. So it was kind of his like official coming out in a way. It was a story for him. There was a lot of depth to it. And again, his marketing stance was just genius. But I also completely understand why conservatives and many, many others, especially Nike, are like, yo, what are you doing? But this is the type of shit that his generation is all about, and they're changing everything. So they're genius. You can't even be mad at them. You just can't.
Yeah. And so he mentioned that his song, Old Town Road, he said that song was pretty much about lean and cheating.
Yeah. You saw everyone was like, our children listen to your music.
Yeah,
how could you put a song out like this? He's like, Old Town Road says lean in it. Do you have the lyrics, Khary?
I got some lyrics from the second verse. He got a part right here on the second verse that says, riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder, cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. My life is a movie. Bull riding and boobies. Cowboy hat from Gucci. Wrangler on my booty.
Yeah. Yo.
That's from the second verse.
So he snuck one in? He snuck one in like Bruno Mars.
I don't think he was trying to sneak shit in. Well, a little bit. He was trying to sneak in not really any type of mention of his sexuality in the song. He didn't really mention any of that in that song, because in the song he was pretty much talking from the straight guy perspective. Cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her, but he didn't say who he cheated on his baby with. Okay, let's see.
But man, you know what's so crazy? That's like who's that? The Stan Smith dude. Is it Sam Smith dude?
Sam Smith? Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, where everyone would have people were so mad bees.
Yeah. It was like I was like, look at homeboy, he's what you call it. He was straight Boy George. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Boy George was in the open with it, and secretly in the open kinda. Motherfuckers was like, Boy George ain't gay, that's just how he dressed.
Bruh, that's that male misogyny. What is that? No, y'all want to believe so hard.
That was that 80s denial shit, you know? Mm-hmm. Okay, one more. What time is it? Okay, I'm gonna put this down till 10 o'clock. I'm gonna put that down till 10 o'clock, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say Wayne Mills over here says, yo, they got this young black man doing satanic things for clout. I understand the topic or issue he was trying to make, but this is too far for me.
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
I didn't watch.
But you got to remember,
I didn't watch the video because I just didn't want to see him giving anybody a lap dance. Personally, I was like,
But this is what this generation watches. The clips that I saw, it reminded me of like a really well-made video game. Like it was. Again, I didn't watch the video, not even clips, just screenshots. But the colors and it's exactly what this new generation is all about. Again, maybe not the content exactly, but what he put together was shocking to us, but more for the content. But it was very, I think, entertaining and engaging for people who engage with his particular session, because it's a new school way of doing things. If you watch the videography, the cinematography, Khary, I think you'd like that part. I think you'd enjoy the imagery. And I think it's because you stay up on game with that kind of stuff. So it's again like Wayne, same. No, but I feel why it's popular.
I haven't watched it. I read about it. I read some of his responses about it. I read his meaning of the video, and I was like, okay, makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I could fuck with that. Your definition on why you did it. I haven't watched it. It's just not for me. You know. So I'm not really gonna have. I don't really have too much to say about it, but let him do whatever the fuck he wants. But I've actually heard some people say that they think he's like a troll. You know, they think like he's an
agent.
No, not necessarily agent. Some people feel he's a plant, like he's an industry plant. I don't really feel he's an industry plant because I recall when that song first came out, I looked at his Instagram, like the Old Town Road shit. When that shit first came out, I kind of like you could see a couple of years of his posts and shit like that. But once he got popping, he kind of cleaned his shit up, took off some of the old shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you can kind of see his journey and how just one day he put that out. And he kind of spoke about how he put that song out and actually paid money to promote that song himself. And that's kind of how it kind of popped off. You know what I'm saying? He actually put a little bit of money behind it himself. Yeah, the TikTok should also help, you know. But we was actually talking about him and Nike. So because of that video where he was giving us Satan a lap dance, he actually had this company make some custom Nike sneakers, some Air Max based off of I forget which Air Max was those based off of, I forget. But
97.
Air Max 97s. He based them off the Air Max 97.
What?
The Air Max 97s. Air Max 97s. They're based off that style of shoe. So they made some Air Max 97s. They said they was going to drop 666 pairs of Air Max 97s that was in this black silhouette with like a little bit of red on it. And they said that there was like a drop of blood in the shoe as well. You know? And
wait. Rewind. A drop of what?
A drop of blood in the shoe. You know?
Why?
Human blood.
Yeah, maybe like in the air bubble or something like that.
Yeah, it's in the air bubble.
Just to go with the theme of the video, where he kind of like, I guess it's probably like stepping on Satan or some shit. I don't know, but
sacrifice.
So somebody's walking around with somebody's DNA on their foot.
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, and the DNA is from employees of the company that actually made the shoe.
Gross.
You know, but
of Nike.
No, Nike didn't make the
Mischief.
shoe. Nike didn't make the shoe. Another company, Mischief, actually designed the shoe. So they took some Air Maxes and they pretty much put their own custom touch on it. And then they reselling them.
Okay.
You know? But since they released since they made the release, what's the hell I'm looking for? Public release, not public release. What am I looking for, Grace? You know the term I'm looking for right now. I don't know. They released a motherfucking statement saying, yo, we dropping some sneakers. And people heard that and it was like, yo, this is crazy. This is satanic. This is the devil's work. How is Nike releasing shoes? But Nike actually didn't release the shoes. A third
nothing to do with it.
Made it. But because there was so much hoopla and backlash because people are fucking retarded. Is that a word I should use? That's not a word I probably should
Nope,
use.
not anymore, but go ahead. You already used it.
People are fucking idiotic motherfucking dickheads and complain about everything. They said that these sneakers was so bad, Nike needs to recall them. And Nike said, yo, we ain't got shit to do with them. They were like, but they not motherfuckers. So Nike actually filed a lawsuit to kind of try to stop the sale of this third party that made these shoes, you know? So I don't think Nike gave a fuck, really. You know, they only did this because the public started crying and bitching and like, you know what?
Yeah,
we had to
boycotting.
They're like, you know what? We had these public, and I bet you what? They said, yo, Nike said, yo, these are probably the same motherfuckers that hated out Colin Kaepernick shit. These are probably the same motherfuckers that hated out Black Lives Matter shit. These are probably the same, you know what I'm saying? The same motherfuckers that hated anything we did or spoke about for injustice. These are them same lame motherfuckers. So they said, you know what? There's only 666 pairs. They're not even our fucking. We didn't even make them. They actually already bought these sneakers.
They sold out.
You know, like I'm not even talking about they sold out. I'm talking about they already gave Nike money for these 666 pairs of shoes. You know,
but you're not supposed to sell. There's like a fine line. You're not supposed to sell stuff as your own and make a profit, because technically they're selling them for over $1,000. But they're claiming that because they added a charm to it and a drop of blood, that it's $1,000 now.
Nowadays, the resale game is crazy.
I know. Gotta be careful though.
A Nike executive actually had to quit because her son was buying up shoes with her fucking account and shit and reselling them shits. You know? That's great. And yo, this nigga had like, oh my God. If you search like Nike exec son's sneakers, you're gonna see pictures and you're gonna be like, yo, who the fuck helped set him up with these pictures? like, yo, why do you have like 1,000 boxes set up in like a pattern for a picture, nigga? Why? You know, and that's how he got fucked up and got his mom had to quit her fucking like $800,000 million a year job because he was selling fucking sneakers. But back to Nike. Then Nike said, yo, y'all gotta dead them sneakers. We ain't fucking with that. And we like what y'all did, but motherfuckers don't like it, so stop it, you know?
And you know they had those Jesus shoes, and everyone's like, Nike's being hypocritical because they didn't mind the Jesus shoes.
Right. They didn't. Nobody complained about the Jesus shoes. That's why.
Yeah, because we live in a Christian country, not a satanic country. If this was a satanic country, I don't think anyone would care either way. Huh?
Yeah.
Nike and Yeezy have just came to a deal to re-release the Nike Air Yeezys ones.
The red one, red Octobers, I think they were called.
That is the only color they are not releasing. They're releasing the other three colors, but they are not releasing the red Octobers.
Really? You know why? Because them shits is so fucking like a thing now. Yeah, they came in black and gray. They came in black and gray, I believe. I think they came in white and gray, but the red Octobers was the one that everybody wanted, the red joints. Now
they got a cream pair, it's like a cream and pink pair, and there's a gray pair.
So I just went on StockX. Y'all know what StockX is?
Nah, what's this?
StockX is a sneaker website.
Oh no, y'all pay full price for stuff. I don't know that.
No. This is a sneaker website. This is a sneaker website for reselling shit, right? And it kind of gives you an idea of what shit costs. Okay. I'm gonna pull this up for you right quick, just so you can see what these shits are going for on StockX right now. 10,000 lowest ask, 9,000 highest bid. You know? Oh, y'all can't even see. Let me switch this real quick for y'all. Let's see y'all can see this real quick. Boom. Y'all can see this. 10,000. 9,300 to sell or ask. Yeah, that shit is crazy.
I need a bigger screen because I can't see nothing in the chat.
That shit is crazy. That's a crazy fucking price right there. That people are buying sneakers for. I don't even think if I had $1 million and like just to blow, I don't think I would buy them. I'm lying. I'd be like, yo, give me 2 pair.
You know my motto, brother. Fresh for less.
Nigga B said, fresh for less. I ain't mad at you, G. I ain't mad at you. All right, so let's move on. Oh, speaking of Nike, right? We were just talking about Nike. So did you know that I read a story today where Nike has not. Okay, I used to call them Nike, but my daughter was
Nike.
Like, they're Nike, Dad. They're Nike, Dad. Stop calling them Nike. Yo, growing up, I really just did call them Nike. You know,
Nikes. You get some Nikes. I know Nikes.
Yeah, I heard Nikes a lot.
Yeah. So I saw this story today. I'm just trying to update this title real quick. So Nike hasn't paid any federal income tax for the last 3 years.
Do they get a refund?
Trump owns them.
This is a company that has made $4.1 billion over that time and hasn't paid any federal tax.
But did they get a refund? Because guess what? Amazon actually can get a freaking refund. Not only did they not pay, they have refunds. Amazon gets $100 million from the government in a refund for their taxes for all the shit they're able to freaking, what's that word? Oh, dang it, the D word. You know that word. It was gone out of my head. Damn grandma. This grandma, not my grandma. Rest you. But dang it.
Yeah, yo.
Oh my goodness.
They made $4.1 billion. They didn't pay shit. They said if you paid $120 for a pair of Nike Air Force One shoes, you paid more to Nike than it paid in federal income tax.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Kimmy Cat says...
Now, who don't got to pay a white Air Force Ones when the summer comes?
Kimmy Cat says Nike is not a U.S.-based company anymore, she says.
Where are they based out of?
Are they based out of China?
Yeah, where are they based out of? I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's see what they're based out of. That's the sound my computer makes when it's searching shit.
You need to make that one of those cuts. Oh my gosh, I'm losing all my words, guys.
It was based in Oregon. I thought there was an Oregon company.
I heard too.
Yeah, I don't have time to read all through this. I might look through it later. If you know the answer, you can just drop it in the chat and shit like that. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting that they ain't pay no tax. I'm like, how the fuck can I do that? You know, because to be honest with you, I don't pay tax. Chris Rock said it best. They take my tax. I don't have a choice. They take my shit.
Oh, that nigga FICA.
Oh, and then if they don't take enough, they say, oh, you owe me now, nigga. And then here's a penalty because you didn't tell us to take enough. Ain't that some shit?
Yep.
FICA.
Some shit.
FICA is the baddest motherfucker on the earth, bro. Yo, listen, because he get paid and he don't even show up to fucking work.
Right.
What type of shit is that?
Oh shit! I didn't even realize I updated the title.
Oh, it's story time?
Yeah, let's since I updated the title. I mean, B said he has some stories for us. Another story time, and he's also said he's gonna do a story time on 420 as well, a weed story.
Ooh.
But I said, yeah, we definitely got to do story time again. So. It's story time with bees. It's story time with bees. What? Is that a good theme song?
Sure. Fantastic. Perfect.
So,
let me set this up. Let me set this up for you, B. Let me make you the primary speaker. What the fuck is my mouse over here? I gotta change the way this shit is set up. I'm gonna make you the primary speaker over here. Let me see if I can pin it.
Oh, I get a full screen. I get a full screen.
You get the full screen, bees. Bezo, story time with bees. Story time with bees. What?
Okay, so check it. This story is brought to you by marijuana. So one time, yo, I kind of let, my dick run my life. That's what happened.
Oh, shit.
So I almost lost my life after. You know what I'm saying? I had me a little girlfriend. So I go to check my little girlfriend one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I go to check my little girlfriend, she had a boyfriend, but he used to beat her up. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, yo, I'm not messing with him no more. So I go to check her one day because her mom goes to Cape Cod for a little weekend and whatnot. So I do my little thing, my little dizzle. And Yo, next thing you know, I'm chilling at her crib, and the boyfriend knocks on the door. She goes to the door, and I'm like, yo, let him in. She like, no. She start having an asthma attack or whatnot. Yeah. So I'm like, oh man, yo. You know what? Open up the door. So I go to the peephole. I look out the peephole. Yo, it's about 10 dudes out there, yo.
Oh no.
So I'm like, so I put the chain on the door.
Like the
door
chain
lock.
is gonna,
So I'm already
like the chain is gonna protect him.
So, yo, I'm in the crib and I'm like, yo, what I'm gonna do, yo? I'm trying to, and these days it was beeper days. So I'm trying to beat people. Ain't nobody calling back. So the boyfriend is banging on the door. She's going in and out these little asthma attacks. So I'm good as long as I'm in the house.
Oh,
so
no.
Grace, check this out. This dude was crazy. Mind you, I didn't even set the plot because she lives on the 17th floor.
Oh no.
In the building.
17th.
I'm picturing a house. Oh, dear Lord.
No, so I have nowhere to go. So they have terraces, but they have adjoining terraces. So it just so happens that this motherfucker knows the next door neighbor. You feel me?
Fuck.
So
damn.
He goes to the next door neighbor house. Now he's on the terrace. He's on her terrace. But he's banging on the terrace door. Open up the door. Who you got in there?
This nigga was.
I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do? Yo, I'm hiding in the crib and whatnot. Yo, so I'm looking, but I'm peeking. So next thing you know, he pulls out the thing. He cocks it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die tonight, yo.
All for some buns.
All for some buns. So listen, I'm like, but I'm good as long as he's on the terrace and she don't open up the door, he don't shoot the glass, I'm good.
As long as he don't shoot the glass.
this motherfucker gets on the edge of the terrace, reaches over, grabs the window, throws the window up.
Wow.
We on the 17th floor, mind you. This motherfucker dies from the terrace through the window.
Jesus. Oh my God. Them buns have been worth it, y'all. Jeez.
Now he's in the house. I run to her mom's room. I was about to hide up under the bed.
Like being in the mom's room, she's gonna say, "Oh, I can't go in her mom's room."
Yo, everything is good. But yo, I couldn't go in her room because he's going straight there first.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, I go in the mom's room. I'm like, I was about to do the nigga shit and jump up under the bed, but I was like, that's too obvious.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
he gonna
definitely
find me.
Is. That's the first spot motherfuckers would normally look.
First spot. Yep.
Under the bed.
My dumb ass
closet.
Yep. My dumb ass get in the closet.
No, that's the second place.
Okay, so this was clearly back in the days that he did not hear that R. Kelly song yet. Okay, continue.
Yeah. You stupid. So yo, check it. They had the little. She had a little walk-in U-shaped closet. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, fancy.
Little U-shape in there. Yeah.
Oh. So as he would come in, you would go out the other side. Yeah, I was playing like.
Nah. Wasn't like that. So yo, I'm in the closet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I hear him outside in the mom's room, looking behind the curtains, doing all that, drop down on the floor. So I'm in the closet. Next thing you know, I take my legs and my hands, right? And I put them sideways. And I got my legs up in the air. Yo, so now I'm in the closet shaking. My arms is hurting.
He was gonna look to see if he could see any legs.
Right.
Yo, yes. Yo, fam. He even sweeps his feet.
Oh,
he even sweeps the work.
Waiting to hit a knee.
Yo.
Waiting to hit a knee. Oh,
wow.
Man, so I'm there. So yo, he bounces. He's like, oh, yo, I'm sorry. I thought you had some dude up in here. So, yo, he leaves. I drop. Yo, boom. I'm like, oh shit. After he leaves, I'm like, yo, I gotta go. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Like, she like, nah, you can't go. He's still out there. I was like, nah, he gone. She like, nah, he's still out there. So I wait about half hour. I'm like, yo, listen, I gotta go. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. So I leave the crib. I go, she like, don't take the elevator because, yo, it's like co-op. You can see what floor it's on.
Right.
So I was like, oh, these dudes is going to be in the lobby waiting. I know it. So I'm like, yo, I got to take the stairs. So I take the stairs.
And they thought about your plan before you thought about it, huh?
Huh?
They thought about your plan before you thought about it.
What? Yo, I'm creeping. In the steps.
No. I'm
on like the 15th floor. Yo, out of nowhere, some dude jumps. Boom. Yo. He's here. Yo, fam. I'm out. Down the steps. So, yo, I'm running down the steps. I bust out the door. The fucking security guard going to jump in front of me like, yo, stop. No, you probably know these niggas. Yo, straight up and down, I like look at that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with the clothesline. Take him out. Blow it out the door. Yo, then I was about to run. And I was about to duck back there on the backside where a tragic thing happened to one of our homeboys. But I said, no, I'm not going that way. I gotta go the other way. So I run the other way, fam. I get in the parking lot. They start tearing it up.
What you hear? What you mean tearing it up? What you mean?
Boom, boom, boom.
Niggas started shooting at you?
Yes.
Oh shit! Let's see. Wait. Hold on.
Yo, fam.
Nigga,
I'm running.
Oh shit.
Running. Yo. They ain't stopped chasing me till I got to the police station. Man. You wanna know what's so crazy?
What's up?
I swear. A certain homeboy of ours happened to be an officer at that precinct. I'm gonna tell you, I was so happy to see him. So happy to see him. I said, yo, I'm gonna need you to ride home.
Straight up.
Put me in the back of the car. I don't care, but I need to ride home.
Oh shit. Yo.
Did you ever go back?
And that's the night I almost fucking died, yo.
Did you go back for the buns?
Now, yeah, that's
no.
That's what I was about to ask. Now, Bees, after that encounter, do you think that it was worth it?
Yo, no, because there was so many problems after. There was so many problems. Because the little brother of the homegirl, he brings the boyfriend to the block.
Why would she do that?
Yeah, huh?
Why would she? Was she stupid or did she not like you?
Not her. Her little brother. Her little brother.
Oh.
Which we found to be a snake in the grass later, but that's a whole nother thing.
A whole nother wild story from Bees.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But
okay. Yeah, you got them dying over here in the chat though, Bees. Yo, niggas
Yeah.
sides is hurting.
Yo.
You got them dying.
Almost fucking died that night, bro.
I see.
So how far is too far? When should you break up?
Yo,
So
listen.
was it worth it? Was the buns worth the chase, the gunshots, the hey homeboy, give me a ride home ASAP in your police car because these niggas is trying to kill me?
Yo,
Was it worth it?
those buns
He been at the bun.
at 19, yeah, I would have did it again. I'd do it again.
Nigga said I survived. Bruh. He said I survived. Hey, let's go again.
Yo, I'm a Bronx nigga. We love danger.
He got the buns, or he had already finished the pound out when
already
dude showed up. Yeah, he had already finished the pound out when homeboy showed up and got mad because he probably figured it was pounded. You know?
Nah, she just said I'm gonna come to your house from now on. That's what.
Okay, it's 10:15. I'm taking a shot.
Dang, you waited a good 30 minutes.
I know, right? All right, so, yo, that was a funny fucking story. That was a funny fucking story. Yeah, we gotta do these stories once a week, man. And B's probably got enough stories to go about 3 years. But yo, let's get into one of our topics this evening. Pretty much our main topic this evening. How do you deal with breakups? You know, that's tonight's topic. How do you deal with breakups? I'm not what I'm about to say. I'm about to light this blunt real quick. But how do you deal with breakups? How do you go through it? What do you do to kind of recover shit like that? You know what I mean? I had a conversation with somebody the other day. We was talking about this. This was one of the things that came up. And I was like, yo, honestly, I'm a pretty inexperienced person when it comes to the breakup shit. You know, even though I'm like fucking in my 40s and shit like that. I haven't really been through a lot of, I've been through maybe 2 breakups in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I kind of felt it. Like, that's about it. 43 years, I went through like 2 breakups. You know, Bees asked me about a girlfriend that I had when I was a kid earlier, when I kind of told him what the topics was going to be. And I said, well, to be honest with you, at that age, we didn't really like break up. We just stopped speaking. You know, it's like one of those things that just died out, you know?
Dang.
We just, there wasn't no like,
teenage love.
Yeah. A teenage love. Don't hurt me again. Yeah, it was just like we just literally just like my first girlfriend. We just like stopped talking one day, you know, and then one day we called each other. It's like, are we broken up? And we was like, I guess so, and that was it. You know, there wasn't like any like, oh, I'm so hurt type of thing. It didn't feel like it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wasn't experienced. I really couldn't like really speak on it and like give like super advice to it and shit like that. You know, but I don't know. I know I've been through shit. The few ones that I've gone through, you know, they kind of like kind of impacted me a little bit, and going through them, I was like, how am I supposed to go through this? I don't know. You know, I'm like, I realized I was pretty inexperienced with breakups, you know? I realized that I was like, I haven't really been in relationships to actually break up, if that makes sense.
Do you mean like a healthy relationship to have a healthy breakup, or do you mean like relationships at all?
Like relationships that okay, that's probably a good starting point. How do we define a relationship? Yeah. You know, how do we define a relationship? You know, what defines...
Khary, I actually have a question for you too. And I promise that this is me being respectful to the fact that you guys, you know, we got the similar vibe, but you guys are wise and elders to me. So for real.
Yo, why I felt like 90 years.
No, but listen, I say that only because because though the way that society has changed over the past like 40 years, you guys actually got to experience really rapid like 70s, not really 70s, like 80s, 90s, 2000s. You got to really experience those decades. Like, and I feel like between the 80s and 90s and 2000s was a lot of big changes, especially with relationships. So the nuclear family, we wanted to pretend it existed, even though it didn't. It wasn't, you had to check out some statistics on it because it's not what people thought it was. But when you hit the 90s and there was a lot more single parents and it was kind of more prevalent, more known. And then you also had people cohabitating rather than getting married. And then the millennials just said, okay, we don't even want to get married. So now you have all these people who are waiting. And so my generation, where I was in the point where it went from everybody was boyfriend and girlfriend the moment they started like talking to each other, they were boyfriend and girlfriend. To by the time I was out of high school, it was, no, we talking. And it never got to relationship, which is why you had to ask immediately, what are we? What are we wasn't a thing before that.
That's kind of why.
So tell me about it.
That's kind of why you said I've had long conversations, because that's pretty much what they've kind of been. Long conversations that never actually materialized to a relationship. You know?
Well, I remember back in the days, it was like, yo, do you talk to her or is that your girl?
That's your lady?
Yeah.
Lady was the Southern thing to say, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I personally defined like somebody being my girlfriend when I actually asked them, did you want to be my girlfriend?
Correct.
And you know what?
Me too.
I've only really did that like twice in my life.
Same two relationships, huh?
Yeah.
That's why you only consider those breakups, huh? Because to you, if you didn't ask and it just kind of was something, then technically that's not a breakup. That's not your girlfriend. I understand. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So there might
sometimes you be in a relationship and don't know you're in a relationship.
That's what I was about to say. There might be times where I stop fucking with somebody and they may, I'm assuming they may have been hurt and I didn't know it. You know?
Okay.
Like they might have been like, yo, damn, why this nigga ain't calling me no more? Why we ain't speaking no more and shit like that? You know? And
okay.
Just don't go away from me.
There might have been people like that. I don't know. You know? I heard somebody said I ghosted them before and I didn't feel like I ghosted them. You know? And when I realized who the person was, I was like, you felt like I ghosted you? We only spoke when there was sex involved. You know, there wasn't like no, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that. There wasn't no, hey, let's talk and have a conversation. The only time we had a conversation was like, hey, how you doing? How was your day? What you got going on this evening? Wanna come through? All right, talk to you later. Boom. And then we probably spoke for 15 minutes when you came by, and then shit happened, you know? And then we didn't speak again. And then because we didn't speak again, is that a ghost? Not really. I don't think so. Is it?
If she was trying to at any point contact you and you didn't hit her back?
No, that never happened.
Not even once?
Not even once.
Okay, no, you didn't ghost her.
Not even once.
Y'all just didn't talk again from something bad that happened.
She probably thought her buns were back.
What's that?
She probably thought her buns were back.
Wax buns. Wax buns.
I'm telling you, listen, some people be thinking like they buns is whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yo, this times I'm like, yo, I did not fulfill the mission.
Yo, Kimmy Cat over here said, yo, Khary is lying. What am I lying about? What am I lying? Yo, what? Yo, for real? People be thinking I be lying because what? Because I don't sound like the typical guy or some shit like that? What?
Kimmy be knowing.
What sounded like I was lying right there? I'm curious.
Because you always act oblivious, and sometimes you're like way too smart for that. You know, that's all. That's what I think, personally. This is me.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd go.
But
if we only talk when it's like consensual sex time, and I just haven't called you after that for consensual sex, is that ghosting?
Oh no, I can understand. That's the F buddy. No, that's not ghosting.
Yeah.
She thought buns were whack. stick it to my story. She thought a bug blew out.
But now, times like that, I didn't consider that like a relationship. Like a relationship.
That's not a relationship.
You know, that's just
no. But when did that happen? That's my point. That was my question to you guys. Again, I wasn't trying to give you a hard time about your age like I normally am.
Probably like last year, sometime last year.
Okay. I'm talking about like 10, 20, 30 years. No, 10, 20 years ago. Think about 10, 20 years ago. Was it not like, oh, we're going steady?
Well,
like, oh, we're
okay. I can only speak for about 20 years ago. You know?
Okay. Because so 20 years ago, was it not more standard to go out?
And I say that because I was married 20 years ago, you know? And
oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was married actually for like 12 years together before we broke up, which was my first break.
What about you, Bees?
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Bees has more experience, I guess, in that time frame. Because that's the thing I'm trying to figure out. Is in the time range before like mid 90s, I think rap really allowed freaky stuff to happen a bit more.
You think so? Nah, I think motherfuckers would still be nasty without rap.
Do you remember Tupac said, "I'll let you be a freak and get on top of me"? Come on, was that your freakiness, guys?
Listen.
Well, shit.
Khary, listen. We had our generation had one of the nastiest festivals that ever.
Freaknik. Yeah,
you're right.
There'll never be another Freaknik. Freaknik is done. It's dead. That's, it's never going to be.
It's not happening.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say once shit like that started happening, that's where a lot of relationship, really stop. Luke, don't stop. Get it. Pump that pussy. Like, a lot of that shit changed it.
That's up in the club too, by the way.
Pee popping. You gotta think about it like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thing that messed up a lot of things is when niggas realize they can pay for booty and just get straight to what they need.
Straight up. Yo. Can I tell you guys a story about that?
What's that?
Go ahead.
So me and no, not me. They know better. But somebody that I know, we used to drive around this prostitute, and we actually felt like we were being kind of kind to her. She would pay us to drive her and sit and wait for her, so she had an out, and then we would take her home. And I felt bad until,
You was a madam?
That was actually college. This is a different story. I was a madam in college. Now, in this period that I'm talking about later, this was like a few years ago.
Madam Grace.
Listen, I think you guys, Khary, you know how I am. I've been trying to pimp Khary out for years. He's just not, he's so picky, y'all. So it wasn't fun, but he knows how I am. I'd be like, what about her? I'd be like, ma'am, look at my friend. He'd be like, nah.
He's not your typical man whore?
What's that?
What?
You're not the typical man whore?
Yeah,
I know, and it's very disappointing. Gosh, but anyways, yes. Dang it, you got me again. What was I talking about? Gosh, I got too drunk. I didn't eat today, guys. I drank this much drink.
Driving around a prostitute. You was a man.
Oh, okay. Thank you, B. So listen, my point is the guy.
Back on that too. I had a friend that drove around a prostitute.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll finish. You go. Okay, all right. So the thing is, one of the guys. Okay, the guy that I took her to somewhere in like this country area. She just be telling a business. She tell everything on the way there and the way back. She was real nervous, I think. And so she was talking about this dude. He'd be calling her once or twice a month. She said, yeah, he's a drug dealer. He just knows that he can get it. He can get whatever he wants for this much. He knows all my prices. He'll text me the amount instead of the service. They're like, it'll be like 200. So she knows what she's going over there for. And bruh, she would just tell like all this random stuff. And the point to me is that he knew whatever he wanted to get, he could go get, and then he could live his life as a simple country drug dealer.
How many is that?
And just not have to worry about dealing with no woman and no bullshit, I kind of felt that he was doing. Bruh, shout out to these sex workers. Please stay safe, y'all. I know y'all gotta work.
I have a homeboy. One of my friends used to drive around prostitutes. You know, like by accident he fell into like driving them around. Like he didn't plan on it. Like I think he might have tried doing Uber or some shit like that. Wayne Mills just said number 8. Oh shit, that's number 8. Okay, let me put this.
No, that's number 9.
Let me put this bottle away. Put that bottle away. I'm gonna sleep good tonight though. We put that bottle away. One of my homeboys used to say he just kind of like fell into driving prostitutes. He like tried Uber one time and then he actually ended up driving some prostitute and she like offered him money to start driving to places and shit like that. But prior to that, he said he would fuck with prostitutes every now and then. You know what I'm saying? He would pay a bitch. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I don't really pay her for the sex. I pay her to like not fuck with me afterwards. You know?
He didn't want to cuddle.
I'm paying for no strings.
Right.
Okay.
That's what he was paying for, you know? And that's kind of how he said, you know what, that's why I'm doing it. I'm paying it for like no headaches, no strings, no nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, these are some bad bitches too. Blah, 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 blah. Right? And then after he started driving them around, he was like, yeah, I ain't fucking with these bitches no more. He said, yo, I be seeing who they be going to see. They be going to see whoever got money. He said, yeah, I ain't fucking with these bitches no more.
Yeah. What did he think prostitute stood for, though?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's what their job is.
I don't know.
A call girl.
Should have had a bigger
She's a call girl.
Yeah. But he saw that, you know, and I don't know how we got on this topic. We totally off topic. You know, how do you deal with breakups? How do you deal with breakups?
To be a madam.
Because the way you deal with breakups is you call Madam Grace, and I've got a good one over here for you. No, I'm just kidding.
See, you know what? Back in a few years back, I actually thought that was the solution. You know, I thought the solution to breaking up with somebody was just finding somebody else to fuck. You know,
that's what everybody says, even on TV.
That's what they say, but they don't actually tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried it.
Damaging.
You know what I'm saying? I tried it.
Aww.
I tried it back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, I tried it, and I realized it's like, okay, it felt good for the moment, but then when I was done,
you feel worse
like,
after.
I wouldn't necessarily say I feel worse after. I would probably feel the same. I wouldn't say worse.
I felt a little better for a little while.
You know, I felt good for a little while because I wasn't really thinking about the shit that was actually bothering me.
Right.
You know,
that was the whole point.
At the time, I was just thinking about fucking. You know what I'm saying? But then afterwards, I was like, you know what? I don't really like being around this motherfucker right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for you to go. You can go now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? We had a good 15-minute conversation when you got here. We fucked, and now I'm ready for you to leave so I can watch some TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I got a real reason why you shouldn't do the rebound, by the way, because the rebounds are usually not as attractive.
Yeah. But then I realized, I was like, you know what? And then after the person would leave, I was actually thinking about the person I really cared about. You know what I'm saying?
See?
And there was a few times of that, and I was like, you know what? I really got to get over this shit before I just start fucking somebody else, yo. Because I'm just like trying to distract myself. You know what I mean?
I think that is a lesson you learn in your 30s, bro. I do. If you haven't been married, and if you are married, you get divorced or whatever. I think that's a lesson you feel, because by that point, you value yourself and your emotions a lot more, and you're honest with yourself. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think in your 20s it's different. Yeah, you got to experience things. Yeah.
Now, at what age did you learn that, Beast?
What about breakups?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I've had a couple of bad breakups. The most, I've had some good ones, but I've had some bad ones.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
No,
but
at what age did you learn that fucking away your problems wasn't the answer?
Shit, about 6 years ago. 7 years ago.
Yeah, that's probably around the same time as me, but
wait, that was in your 30s, right?
I was
Makes
in my
sense.
30s. Yeah, I was in my 30s. In my 30s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in my 30s going to my 40s.
Now let me ask you. Was that because now how do I phrase this? Was that because those were like relationships you cared about or didn't care about? Where you just kind of just like, that's over. Let me just go start smashing. Or was it both?
Wouldn't it be the ones that hurt you the most? So the ones you cared about the most that would make you go out and be the most reckless? That's what I feel like.
For me, not really.
Oh, I feel like maybe not now when you've learned and you know better, but before.
But that's also because I've had very few that I cared about. I didn't really care about many. So like if shit ended, I was
I didn't have to.
But shit, if I didn't care about the shit ended. It's like, okay, whoever calls me tomorrow.
Well, you already said that wasn't a breakup.
Yeah,
Well, I gotta say, like, if I cared though, if I like really cared, because there's a lot that I ain't really care about. There's a lot that I ain't really care about. I ain't really lie to you. And they know.
So there was now were these people you were dating or just people that they knew that they were just coming through the smash type shit?
Nah. Mostly, all right, I'm going to tell you what my thing is a lot of times. Most of the girls, like, I really cared about and I lived with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I can't say, like, I had too many, like, you stay at your mom's house, I stay at my mom's house type, you know what I'm saying? Like, females that I've truly, like, cared about, like, I've lived with, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that goddamn, I'm lost. I'm sorry. That was a weed.
See, something's going on. We're all like, wee.
Okay. So now the ones that you live with, when the shit went sour, y'all no longer wanted to live with each other. How did you deal with that? Was it were you the one that did they say to you, "Hey, I don't fuck with you no more," or did you say to them, "Hey, I don't fuck with you no more," or did y'all say to each other, "Hey, this just ain't working"?
Yeah, listen. Well, me, the hot commodity I was at the time, it was hard for them to let go. Wasn't me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you didn't really go through many bad breakups.
Yeah, I did because they get crazy. It was hard for them to let go. Like, listen,
hard for you to let go.
Like, how do I say this?
No,
sometimes when a female is under the influence of dick, there's two types of things out there. Like, sometimes they're in love with their heart, and then sometimes they're in love with this stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of times people don't understand the difference because that's what a lot of females don't understand sometimes. Sometimes men are in love with their mind and their heart, and sometimes we just in love with our thing.
Right. Now
she does all the.
No, go ahead.
She does all the nice stuff that I like, but it's like you said, I can't stand her.
Now those,
are you guys reading the chat?
I am reading the chat. I was about to mention what's being said over here in the chat too.
What's going on?
What's going on is one, Wayne Mills says, he said, "Yo, Khary is different now because relationships are like, what can you do for me?" I kind of feel like that too a lot of times. Shakima says, "Bees was laying eggplants." She put the eggplant emoji. She said, "Yo, Bees was laying the eggplant down." She said, "You know what? I think sometimes women kind of wean themselves off." They be like, you know what? I really like how this nigga fucked me. I need to I need to start pulling back. Then I can just cut them off.
They ghost you, is what you're saying.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's a slow ghost.
Yeah,
okay, they slow ghost you.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. That happened with pretty much.
I've been old school ghost.
Pretty much with both my serious relationships, I kind of feel like that kind of happened. It's like they knew they wanted to like fall back before they let me know, type of shit, you know. So they kind of like started like preparing and shit like that, like mentally and emotionally and shit like that. That's the and that's probably
what?
That's probably why I've had so few actual relationships, you know. Also because like my first girlfriend cheated on me, you know, like not my first, probably like my second girlfriend. I'm not even sure who came first actually. It was she definitely.
I hope my first one cheated on me.
But like one of my early girlfriends cheated on me when I went away. I was supposed to go away. I was supposed to go away for 6 months, 6 to 9 months. I was supposed to go away. You know, I got kicked out of this program after 2 weeks, and I came back. And after 2 weeks, I found out she done smashed a few niggas in that few weeks. Whoa. Yeah, I found that out, and I was like, "Whoa!" And I think that played a major part in who I take serious. You know, though I didn't really, it didn't hurt me like that. You know, I didn't love her, but it's like, it didn't make me be like, "Oh, damn!" It didn't make me be like, "Oh," I was just like, "Damn, she was on some whole shit." You know, I was like, okay. I was young. I was like 16 at the time, though. You know what I mean?
Does a woman's number give you a reason to break up with her? If a woman's like, "Oh, let's talk about our numbers. How many of you have?" And you're like, "I don't think we should have this conversation." And she's like, "No, it's okay."
No.
Would you break up with her?
Well. It depends on how she kind of like portrays her number. You know?
Okay.
Like I had a girl one time ask me, Okay, like if a girl says, "Yo, I've been with 30 dudes," you know what I'm saying? And I'm whatever age.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's 150.
But how the fuck you get that number?
God damn.
I just said 30. How you come up with 150?
God damn.
Yo, because they always say, if a woman says 30, times that by 5.
I'm 5.
So if a person
5 now,
so if a person says 30, you know, Shakima says because she deaf lying. So I'm just saying, like, whatever number a person tells me, I'm really not gonna like be like, what? That's your number? You know what I'm saying? But this one girl one time, like, just like said some crazy shit to me. She was like, "Yo, have you ever paid for sex?" And I was like,
"Whoa."
No. I was like, "No, I haven't. Have you ever been paid for sex?" You know, she was like, "Well, this one time when I was in college, you know, this guy, he kept trying to holler at me. So he decided he wanted to just give me some money to fuck him one night, you know?" And she was like, "You know what? I've already had sex with like 6, 7 guys this month. So why not?" I was like, "Oh," you know, I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, you're not for me. I don't just you was just really nonchalant."
You're not for me.
You know, I was like, you was just really nonchalant like that. I don't know how many months you had like that. I was like, that's like two people a weekend you over here talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Wayne said that it depends on how she had that number. And I actually talked to someone about this before because I knew girls in college because remember, all my homeboys were somehow popular. Mm-hmm. So I was surrounded by dudes that I would watch kind of do things in a really weird way, especially passing chicks around kind of stuff. And so for years, I watched this behavior, like freaking a psychology clinician, like, interesting. And one of the things that I noticed is I would watch this and be like, these dudes are doing all this really interesting stuff here. But one of the things that I noticed is dudes never really think about it. I don't think dudes stop counting their numbers, and some dudes never count their numbers, and then some will always count, sure. But I feel like the average man probably just has a guesstimate, and Khary's like, nope, look at Khary. He's like, I know. You can see the number on his forehead, bro. He was like, nope. But so my point is, but the thing is, think about this. I watch these girls, and in college, there's 50,000 people at the school. I went to UF. There's 50,000 people at the school, but there's probably only like 1,000 people who go out on a regular basis, and then maybe 250 or 500 in the club at a time. So you see the same hoes fucking the football players all these years in a row, and you see the dudes kind of being like, "Oh, here's my friend," ha 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 ha. And so what I thought was interesting is these girls, I know they're having sex with a new guy at least once a week, and they're doing that for semesters at a time. So that could be like 30 dudes in a year, right? But what if they got 30 dudes one year and that was it? And then after that, they didn't have sex for years and years and years and years and years, right? Mm-hmm. What about that? Does that change something, or is it still big? What about a chick who's 40? She's never been married, but she's had sex with a new boyfriend every year. She's had 20 partners. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's say 25 or something. Because it needs to be high. It needs to sound scary, right? 30, 40, 20, 30, 40, Okay, so she's got all these partners, but she's had long-term relationships. She didn't have sex with the guys until, 6 months or something. Does that make her a hoe? Because she never got married? So I've always wondered about these things. And I've watched how dudes have sex with like 52 women per year. They've had sex with at least 250 people the time they were in college, but they don't seem to think about the fact. I'm talking about the dudes, not the women. I'm talking about my homeboys. Mm-hmm. If they have sex with 2 different girls every weekend for 2 years, that's 200. So I'm just saying, no one thinks about that. But then it's like those same girls you guys were passing around have also had sex with the same number of people you have. So what are you talking about? So sorry. Go ahead. Tell me your thoughts on these things.
I've always been kind of picky. I've never been like, some niggas in my crew used to run trains.
Hold the track home.
Like some niggas in my crew used to run trains on bitches. Some niggas in my crew was like the nigga that would bring bitches around, that would fuck other niggas and shit like that. And I was never like, I want to go. I'm gonna join in. I was never. I want to join in, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was always
Nah, I feel you.
That's not my thing. You know, I'm not really a sharer like that. You know,
I feel you.
You know.
I saw something where the guy had spilled salt and pepper together because he was trying to convince his friend not to have a foursome. Like it was gonna be 2 dudes and 2 girls that it was like the best man and whatever, and then the bridesmaids. And so the guys were like, the guys went and sat down and asked for advice from their friend, and they were like, should we do it? And he was like, and he spilled salt and pepper, and he was like, oh, salt got all in the pepper hole, and there's pepper all in the salt. Oh, it's all just mixed together, and all you hear is and the other guy just fucking ran off like, no, I don't want it. And I always think about that. Like, you guys are just swapping, circling,
that just wasn't my thing. I've actually never had I never had a threesome, you know?
Basically, you're saying that somebody's wondering why one kid on the block got everybody's personality?
Oh no, that's so sad. But yes, you need to apologize to that lady, B.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we totally got off topic. We were supposed to be talking about how you deal with breakups.
I think we do.
We're talking about how many people, motherfucker.
Obviously, prostitution. You know? How do I deal with breakups, guys? I tell you what, I have a 3-day rule. I talk about it all the time. I don't know why. I guess because I'm a relationship coach, but I do. So I don't really I can't always.
What's a 3-day rule?
I won't say I can't. My 3-day rule is like, it's not really a rule, but that's what I kind of call it now. But it's just, I've always noticed that it only takes me a few days after a breakup, because you're right, Khary. By the time we actually break up, I've been mentally preparing myself. But I think the other side of it is also, I'm just making sure I'm not actually just mad at the person or something. You know, like, I don't want to just break up and then realize, okay, I was just tripping. We needed to talk through something. There was some frustration. There was something else bothering me and I didn't realize it. So by the time we break up, I know it's over. That's why for me, it's like I take basically those 3 days to just relax, decompress, and get my soul back. And then I'm back living. It doesn't mean I run out and go try to find somebody, but like, I don't really mourn longer than that, if I mourn at all. So I call it the 3-day rule because now it's one of those things where it's like, if you're not prepared to take 3 days and then bounce back, you're not ready to break up, you know? And I like it.
Got you. That makes sense. Have you ever been broken up with? And
No.
No, nobody's ever broken up with you?
Okay, wait. This was what I wanted to ask you guys about earlier. Okay. The one question, the one moment of contention in my breakup history was my first college boyfriend, okay? Mm-hmm. He lived upstairs on the dorm level above me. He lived right on the edge of the door, and the only way you could get in is you had to have a key fob, and I didn't have a key fob to his floor, but because they lived on the edge, everybody always just bammed on the door. On the dudes' floors, there was 2 floors of dudes' floors, and everyone just bam on the door, and they would open it. So I knew that.
Real lax security.
Exactly. But I knew that it would be them to open the door, and I knew he was home. And so after like maybe a few months of dating, I went upstairs and I bammed on the door. He opened it, and I was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." And and I knew what I was going up there for. And he goes, "Do you want to break up?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And he was like, "Okay." Mm-hmm. So later, someone told me, he told them that he broke up with me. And I'm like, "Nigga, I went up to your floor. I went to find you, bammed on your door, and told you we need to talk. You tricked me into thinking that you thought that you were answering my query, but you were actually trying to insert the request first so that you appeared to break up with me." Oh, so am I wrong? Who broke up with who? Because that's my only one that I have considered. Otherwise, no, I've never been broken up with.
In that situation, I would say y'all broke up with each other.
That's what I said, if anything. But I also really don't think I could give him that. I'll give him that if he was thinking the same thing. And I don't know if he was thinking the same thing. Because I didn't tell him I was thinking that. So maybe he was thinking it too. And we just didn't ghost each other. Actually, he was a nice guy. So I wouldn't fucking talk to him. But, yeah.
So y'all both bowed out.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it could be that, but I feel like the fact that he didn't come seek me out and hadn't said anything and he seemed fine, I don't know if I believe him. But I could give him that we both broke up with each other.
I don't think I've ever broken up with anybody. Like I never called anybody and said, "Yo, I don't want to fuck with you no more." You know?
How you break up?
Yeah, I've done that.
What's that?
I've done that.
You've done that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never done that. You know.
This sounds short. I can't be playing these games around with you no more. You understand what I'm saying? You talking to me with hostile demands and stuff like that. And, this is just not working out. Though.
Now I've told people shit like that. After they've already told me they don't want to fuck with me. You know.
I want to fuck with you either.
I told people that after they told me they don't want to fuck with me, they was like, "You know what, Khary, you did blah, 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 and I don't fuck with you." And after they don't hear me saying, "Yo, you don't understand," I was just like, "You know what? I'm going to fall back. I ain't going to fuck with you no more."
That's your favorite thing, eh? Why you love to fall back, Khary?
He has a lot of fade out relationships.
Right?
He just fades out.
Well, I've only had like really 2 serious relationships that I took like serious. Okay, when I say serious relationships, I say relationships where I could look in the future and kind of picture this person. Not necessarily like marriage or family and shit like that, but like, you know what? I want to take 3 vacations next year. This is the person I want to go with, Okay,
near future. Got it, okay.
Yeah, I don't think about that type of shit with people, but there's only like a couple of people that I've thought about things like that with. Normally it's like, you know what? I want to take a trip next year. I don't really want to go with this motherfucker I'm fucking with right now.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
now I feel you, because that's how I feel now.
Got you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have went to China, Indonesia with anybody else. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I feel that too.
That was like, it was like, yo, yo, this is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'll be like, yo, this is a fucking headache.
Yeah, you don't take a headache on vacation, bro. Absolutely not, man.
Nah, definitely. A complainer, you definitely don't want to take a complainer.
Yeah. I went on a vacation with my ex-wife one time. This was before we was divorced though, but this was at the time when we wasn't really fucking with each other like that. You know what I'm saying? And that was like a miserable vacation for me, yo. It's like, yo, this is a miserable.
Aww.
It's like a fun cruise, but it's miserable at the same time.
Yeah, the vibe, bro. The vibe is important.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I mean? And I realized, yo, if I don't enjoy being around a person, I can't force myself to enjoy being around the person.
No, exactly, bro.
It's like so I can't think of, like, when I say I think of vacations with people and shit like that, I can't think of vacations with people unless I really fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I could be around you for about 3 hours. After that,
no,
you need to go. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be strategic about when you call them and stuff. So you have to have an out for them to leave.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
For me with that, it's like once my stomach is in knots.
What you mean when your stomach is
straight up?
In knots in what regard?
Like when you're around a person and your stomach is just fucking with you. Like, you're not sick, like you want to throw up anything, but your stomach is just like fucking with you. Like,
you got
because
gas?
the vibe or whatever.
You got gas. Yeah, wow.
Well, I don't know. Maybe your gas activates when you're but it's like when you're always around a certain person. You feel me? When you're always around a certain person. You're not nervous or nothing like that, but you just is like, yo, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Now, I thought you was talking about stomach and knots, like anxiety type knots, like get anxious to.
That's how I feel when I'm done. I just feel anxious and sick, bro. But I don't feel like actually sick. It's just like ugh. I guess it's disgusting.
It's like when they do speak to you, you're like what the fuck? Like
exactly.
Yo, shut the fuck up! I'm gonna choke the shit out of you. Like,
I've never experienced anxiety like that, where like I experienced anxiety because I didn't want to be around somebody. Like,
You're Chester the cheetah, Khary. Of course you haven't experienced it. You're a cool cat. Look at your hat, man. You're wearing the vest, bro. What do you expect?
I was about to tell you when I do experience it. You know, I experience it like when I'm excited to see somebody, or I'm anxious to see. I can't wait to see somebody.
Yeah.
Or I'm looking forward to seeing somebody and shit like that. That's the only time I kind of experience shit like that. Or if I miss somebody and I wish I would see them or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I have gone through breakups, right? And that's one of the things I experienced was anxiety and shit like that. You know, where I wouldn't eat and shit like that because my stomach was in knots and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, so now.
Oh, you love. I'm sorry, but you was in love. Yeah. Listen, you can't eat.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Can't eat, can't sleep, can't breathe without you.
You got somebody who.
And I tell you what, that's the only time I've really felt anxiety. You know, like stressful situations never really made me feel anxiety. You know, when we was beefing back in the days, we was about to go fuck somebody up, and we ain't know if they was gonna pull out guns on us. I ain't really feel anxiety. You know?
Yeah, that's a whole different.
Yeah, you know, it's like, yo. But now, when I learned that when I actually fuck with somebody and break up with somebody, I kind of felt anxiety and shit like that. You know, and that I think that might be one of the reasons why I've been in so few relationships.
Oh, you avoid the anxiety?
I avoid that.
You don't like to feel like that?
Yeah. And that's I think that might be one of the ways I know when I really like somebody.
Maybe that's your discernment meter. Like, you know, like how people have like gaydar. It's like maybe you have like your love dar is like, I know that I'm I know I'm falling in, I know I'm falling in love with this person because, or I also, maybe I know the opposite. Maybe I know this is not for me because I'm already feeling anxiety and this reminds me of a breakup feeling. So you know what? I'm not even going to continue forward with this relationship. You're already making me feel this way. That's interesting. Maybe it's really your gut talking to you. That's cool.
Which anxiety can, some people also describe it as butterflies.
You
know, so like,
you ever get like hype, like nerves before a performance? Not like nervous, but nerves. If that makes sense.
Yes and no.
I still do.
I don't really. My heart starts beating a little fast, but I don't really get. I don't really get the feeling in my stomach. I don't get that anxiety in my stomach.
Yeah, I guess that's the same for me. I think I'm more like my adrenaline's pumping than anything. I'd be ready.
Right. You know,
I met my dude after a performance because I don't know if you remember, Khary, but I was literally, it was like 7 of us standing outside and I was running circles around you guys. Like, I have so much energy. I just have to run.
I remember that.
And I remember the first time I ever saw my dude was me running and I was running around the circle like the 7th time and I looked over and I was like, hey. I'll never forget. Oh, man. Anyways, so, okay, all right. You guys, I think I got to get out of here. I know I don't want to click off like last time, but my phone's about to turn off. I gotta go. I gotta go. Yo, next Tuesday, maybe we should talk a little bit like about mental health, you guys. Like, I don't know. It seems like we got Wayne in here saying, yeah, man, anxiety is a real thing, right? Like we all deal with so maybe we could talk about that next week a little bit. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think we can. Tuesday, I like to get a little more serious on Tuesdays. And
And
this isn't a 420 Tuesday, so we can get serious. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to be out of here. I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Have a good weekend. Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter, Grace. You know what I'm saying? Holla at you.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right. Holla at you. Let's see. All right, cool. Grace just had to sign out and shit like that. What else we got to talk about with this breakup shit though, Bees? So, all right. So when you ever been in love and had a breakup? How did you deal with it if you did have one of those?
Love. I don't know. I'm a little sensitive sometimes. You know.
He's a man with sensitivity.
Yeah, you know. And but it all depends, though. It all depends on, like, you know, what's the situation, what happened during the time we were together and so forth.
Okay.
You know, because sometimes you can have a good relationship, sometimes you be trapped in some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you're right.
And it'd be like, I don't know, when you get older, it's different situations. When you're younger, it's different ways that you could break up because you live with your parents and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, but I don't know, like our generation, you know, you ain't come to somebody's house, parent house, and like disrespect and shit like that. So,
right,
you know,
right. So
it was.
I had this girl actually meet my kids one time, right? Like the only person that actually met my kids and shit. And we had a disagreement one time, and she came through. A lot of times when we had disagreements, she would fucking scream on me, right? But because she was in the crib and my kids was here, she didn't scream on me. We actually had a conversation and shit like that. But I was like, you know what? That's like having my parents here. You know, she's like, you know what? His kids is here. He don't yell in front of his kids. We're gonna have a conversation. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean. The parents there, you're gonna be like, the parents there, you'd be like, you know, instead of being like, normally you'd be like, yo, check this out, yo, for real. But when the parents there, you'd be like, yo, check this out. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. You'd be mad calm with it.
Yo, listen, because if somebody does that when your parents are there, when your kids is there, they have no respect for nobody.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they have no respect for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's a whole different situation. Then you understand why you broke up.
Right. Right. Right.
You know?
Shit. I'm
So it's crazy.
Yo, Shakima said, yeah, I said Ralph Tresvant, but she said, I got the Ralph Tresvant look over here.
Keith Hadding told me that joke.
That's my laugh track. He suggested that, by the way. So we had a lot of shit going on over here in the chat too.
What's going on in the chat?
Now they were just saying gaydar is definitely a thing. Shakima says she has it. Wayne Mills says he dealt with true facts, because that's what I've dealt with in relationships. They told Grace good night. Shakima said I got the Ralph Tresvant look. Let's see.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say the name, but because it's in the chat, she said she started dating when she was 14, will be 61 in June, and have been with more than 20 guys, but I'm not going to tell the exact number. So because she said more than 20, I'm going to assume, because she didn't say more than 30, that it's more than 30. Now, with Bees' logic over here, he's going to multiply that by 5. That's going to So B's number is going to go from 20 to 100. Because he multiplying that by 5, I always thought it was a multiply by 3. So if I was to go by that logic, it would be 60. But we're going to go by 20 in the chat, okay? More than 20. So because more than 20, I'll say 25. And then Bees will say times 5 is 125. Shakima says multiply by 3, not 5.
Okay, I knew it's multiplied by something. Maybe 5 was too bad, huh?
Okay, yeah. It sounds too bad once you multiply that shit by 5, don't it, Bees? That shit went from 20 to motherfucking, from 25 to 125. Yeah, maybe by 3. Maybe by, so 20 by 3, that would be 60.
Oh, man. Oh, shoot, yeah.
More than 25. She said more than 25. Okay, I don't know my number off the top of my head, but I can write it down, and remember. There's some people that'll meet a motherfucker and forget they fucked them. They be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And act like they met them for the first time, knowing damn well they done fucked them before, but they done forgot. There's people like that out there. I'm not gonna say who. What happened? That happened to you?
Yeah, like twice.
Has never happened to me. Shakima said that happened to her one time. Oh shit. Oh, one time. Yeah, that's never happened.
Yo, like I hit it when I was like 17.
Uh-huh.
And then hit it again. Then I was like 26.
Okay, about 11 years, 10 years, 9 years.
Yeah. And it was like, yo. Then it was like, but the thing was so crazy, like it was like after, like the second time was like, yo, we did this before, like.
Wait. This was the second time y'all was smashing and you was like, you thought it was the first time?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh shit. I haven't lived enough. Oh shit, that's fucking hilarious. Damn.
Yo, my 20s was wild, yo. When I think about it, my 20s was wild. Some shit, yo.
See, I was married through my 20s, so I don't know nothing about that wild shit.
Now a lot of clubbing.
Yeah, I never really, even when we was young, I never really liked clubs. It's like I just went just to go. It's like I really did not like clubs. I was like, you know what, this shit is boring to me. I don't like. It's like I dance, but I don't really dance like that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you was more so just a regular party than a club.
Yeah.
He's a house party nigga. You like house parties.
Yeah, I did like house parties. I did like house parties. But the house parties never really ended properly. You know? It was a fucking fight. So over here in the chat, Shakima said, after today's convo, Khary, I haven't lived long enough either. Wayne Mills says, Shakima, me too.
Yeah.
I got married young, so I wouldn't recommend anybody get married below the age of 30. I wouldn't recommend. Cheryl says her 20s was wild too. She said that's when my men numbers went up.
Yo, Cheryl. She said that like a case.
Right?
Wow. My men number was up. Yeah.
What else we got to talk about this topic? Because it's getting late. I don't even think we've actually really even spoke about the topic very much. We spoke about other shit that revolved around the topic, but never actually the topic. So
yeah, that's the unique thing about this show, though.
What's that?
That's the unique thing about this show.
Yeah, we talk about something, but don't really talk about it. We talk around that motherfucker. Let's see. Shakima says her 30s, my 30s been a bust compared to my 20s. Her 30s been a bust.
Yo, it happens. You're probably more conservative now, Shakima.
I think I'm conservative. I think I'm conservative when it comes to women. I'm not really. I've never asked. I think I've always been conservative when it comes to. You know what? I've always been picky when it comes to women. I've always been like a certain type, look, something.
Mm-hmm.
And if I didn't see that, I was like, So
yeah.
Shakima says she's a professional. I act accordingly boring. What's accordingly boring and what's professional? I'm a professional. Well, okay, what defines a professional? When I say I'm a professional, I have a career, I have a job, I have a career. I'm a professional at what I do. Now, my regular life outside of work. Okay, at work, nobody actually sees this side of me at all. All they see of me at work is, what y'all need me to do? Tell me what code y'all need me to write. I got it. That's all they see from me, If people at my job actually see me, like on this show right now, they'd be like, yo, I would not think that's Khary from work. That's like some totally different dude, so. Shakima says she has a serious career. I have a serious career. I'm a professional web developer. You know what I'm saying? My actual title would be like a software engineer. That's a career. I've been doing this for 20 years, But I like to smile and have fun, When I find a woman I like to sling my dick around her and shit like that, Do helicopter videos for her and send her dick pics and shit like that.
Oh, God.
Shakima says she needs a website. Let me hire you. Hit me up at Khary'sCrib@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? I actually just did a website for one of my homeboys recently. Real quick website. Took me like 2 days to do it. Something real light. But I've had for some reason, I don't know what it is, but like people be thinking I'd be on some player shit, and I'm like, damn, that's the farthest thing from me. But for some reason, But you know what now? As I'm looking at myself right now, I'm like, you know what? As I'm trying to say I'm not a player, this tie vest and hat does not help, you know? You know?
You look like you about to go to the ball.
Yeah, Shakima got over here in the chat. You got the OG player outfit on today, though. Okay, you know what? Let's finish this topic up on another fucking day. It's getting late already, and I think I had too many shots. How many shots am I on now? 8. I didn't think I was on.
Yeah.
8. I didn't think I was on 8. So let's get ready to wrap this up, yo. News. COVID-19 was the 3rd leading cause of death last year. Is that shocking, or is that like surprising? Yo, how I just jumped into like the super serious topic like this is wow. So cancer and heart disease was number 1. Cancer was number 2. COVID-19 was number 3. With the amount of deaths last year,
I don't find it shocking.
You don't find it shocking?
No.
So
I feel like
there were 800.
This year they're gonna say what the deaths are.
There was 828.7 deaths per 100,000 people last year, going up from 715 the prior year, which they say is because of COVID. So they say heart disease led, cancer was 2nd, COVID-19 was 3rd, which is, I think the shocking thing is to me is the amount of deaths that occurred to COVID-19 just last year alone. But heart disease and cancer still outnumbered those. You know, which is like they was dropping these numbers, like these numbers haven't been seen before, but those numbers didn't beat heart disease or cancer. You know, so those numbers are seen on a consistent basis, it seems, because this list probably doesn't change too much other than COVID-19 being added to it. You know, because behind COVID-19 is unintentional injury, followed by stroke, chronic lower respiratory disease, Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, influenza and pneumonia, that's one thing, and kidney disease at the end. That's a list of 10. You know, so the way the news was talking about COVID and how it was killing people and shit like that, you would think it would have been at the top of the list, not number 3. You know? They made it sounded like, I'm just saying, you know?
I got what you're saying.
And this is after 8 shots. I'm still kind of thinking clearly. You know what I mean? So I could drive if I want, though I'm not. I'm not going to drive nowhere. I'm going to just drive my ass to the bed later and go to sleep. I'm not driving nowhere. You know, though I did send a text message to this girl earlier. I said, hey. I said, hey, can we get a drink or something later tonight? And she left me on red. You know? Wayne Mills says number 10. Yo, this is not number 10. This is not number 10, is it? What number am I on? This is not number 10.
No, I'm like, this is 9 or 10.
9 or 10? Well, I'm taking one more right now. So this is going to be what, 9? Or is this going to be 10? I don't know. It's gone. It's gone. So that's the COVID-19. Actually, this segment should be called "Damn Man." All right. And last story before we get the fuck up out of here. Texas. Something's always going on in Texas. But in Texas, there are 7 Texas officers fired in connection with the death of a 26-year-old black man. Let's see what's going on over here. You know what? Wayne said I had 11 shots. I have not had 11 shots today. Did I really? I'm gonna have to watch this back and see what happened but I did not have 11 shots. I don't even feel like I had 11 shots. Does that mean my tolerance is going up like a motherfucker with alcohol because I had 11 shots and I don't feel like I had 11 shots, though I'm talking like I had 11 shots, like real run-on long sentence type shit? Let me read this story. 7 sheriff officers have been fired in Collin County, Texas, following the death of Marvin David Scott III. A 26-year-old black man. While in police custody at a local county jail last month, police pepper sprayed and restrained Scott and placed a spit mask over his head, according to CBS News. That's according to them, they say. Collins County Sheriff Jim Skinner says 7 officers violated well-established sheriff office policies and procedure while Scott was under their supervision. He was later found to be unresponsive and pronounced dead at the hospital. So because of that, 7 officers are now out of jobs, which I think is good, especially if they violated pretty much procedures and shit like that. So, rest in peace to rest in peace to Marvin David Scott III. You know what I'm saying? Condolences to his family and all that. That probably wasn't the best way to say that. But this happened on March 14th. They say it's still uncertain how he died. The police were called to an outlet mall on March 14th. It says Scott was acting in an erratic manner. Officers were worried about his safety due to possible ingestion of drugs. How do they know there's a possible ingestion of drugs? Just because he's having erratic behavior. Whenever somebody's not acting the way they expect them to act, acting the normal, they always say, yo, he might have drugs in the system. You know what I mean? So like right now, well, I actually do have drugs in my system because I was smoking weed and drinking. So if a cop stopped me and saw me speaking like I am, he might be like, yo, he's erratic. He might have drugs in the system. He might be right because I was drinking. But I don't have drugs. These are legal drugs and also legal drugs. So I could have taken the Tylenol. He could have taken the Tylenol and had drugs in the system. Technically, he had drugs in the system. Okay, I'm really going on and on. It's getting mad late right now. Bees looks like he's ready to go to sleep because he was up early today and had some work to do today and shit like that. So, yeah, pretty much the police fucked up. They did some bullshit. This man died. 7 officers were fired. Fuck them niggas because they didn't care about this man personally. You know what I'm saying?
That just woke me up.
For real though, fuck them niggas, yo. That's the thing I don't like about a lot of police officers. They really don't care about the public. All they care about is their pension. So they fuck people over, they fuck people up. They really don't care about people. All they care about is their power and you doing exactly what the fuck they say. So they do some bullshit, hurt people, kill people because they have a fucking power trip. Fuck them bitch ass police. That's my opinion. So 7 Texas officers fired in connection with a 26-year-old's death because they was just piece of shits and didn't care about human life. That's it. That's what I gotta say about that. Wayne Mills over here in the chat says, yo, Bees is done. Yo, Bees, they said you done, Bees.
Yeah.
They said you done,
Yeah, I know.
They said you done. I tell you what. We're going to get ready to wrap this up and shit. Yo, Wayne says I had 11 shots. I don't think I had 11 shots. Nisha says, yo, Wayne is right. Bees is done. I don't think I had 7 shots. But I tell you what. If I had a lady over here tonight, oh my gosh. She would love it. It would be, she would be like, you know what? My bed would probably be soaking wet tonight, I was sipping on some Jack Daniels, some dark shit. But you know what? Because I don't have nobody here with me. You know what's gonna happen tonight?
I know what's gonna happen. Yo.
What's that? What's gonna happen?
You gonna You're going to get some head, and you're going to get some ass in the bed.
Some head and ass in the bed. If I had somebody, maybe, but shit, head and ass, what the fuck, huh?
The pillow.
Oh, the pillow's going, my head's going to be on the pillow, and my ass is going to be, that don't sound fun. That don't sound fun at all. Shit. I wish that was, actually, you know what? So, Nisha over here in the chat said, yo, I'm going to be making phone calls. You know, Wayne Mills said, Khary getting that wop. I ain't getting that wop tonight, you know what I mean? Shit. If I get some wop, it's going to be, what's going to be my what's WAP gonna stand for? Not much really. You know, it'd be like, you know what, something stupid that deals with pleasure, you know, and myself. Oh, you know what I hate about being single? You know what I hate about being single? I masturbate a lot. So that's what I hate about being single. But but it also feels good. But it also feels good. I know what feels good to me. Okay, now it kind of sounds like I had 11 shots. Now it kind of sounds like I had 11 shots.
Yes, sir. Oh, shoot.
Oh man, there should be somebody here to see my comedy show right now, or maybe I should just keep streaming and do a comedy show. So I actually started writing a comedy routine back in the days, right? It kind of started like this is actually like when I first got separated. This is when I first got separated, right? I started talking to this girl. I was separated. I was talking to this girl. I had this comedy routine. I started writing and shit. It was like, okay. I was like, ooh, waka, waka, waka. This is a good joke. Let me see if I'm going to write this down. I'm going to remember it. All right, so I said, okay. I said, so I kind of wrote it like I was on stage and shit like that. I'm like, good evening. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all doing good this evening? Y'all doing good this evening? So y'all doing good this evening and shit. I was like, yeah, so I'm out here just chilling, relaxing and shit. You know, doing a little bit of comedy, trying to tell some jokes. You know, I never really thought I was funny. You know what I'm saying? Never really thought I was funny. You know, my wife, she never thought I was funny neither. She never thought I was funny at all neither. So it's kind of surprising that I'm trying to do comedy, right? Yeah, but the thing is, my wife didn't think I was funny. My wife didn't think I was funny, but you know what? My girlfriend thought I was hilarious. You know, So my my wife didn't think I was funny, but my girlfriend thought I was hilarious. You know, so. And that's kind of like, I didn't really finish the joke and shit like that. I was like, that would be a good start. You know, that would be a good start. And I shouldn't be talking about a wife and a girlfriend in the same sentence about them both feeling different ways about something I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the farthest I got on my routine though. Never got any farther than that, because the girl I was actually talking to never actually became my girlfriend, but girlfriend was very probably better for the joke and shit like that. She never actually became my girlfriend, but she did think I was hilarious. She did make me feel like a comedian. You know, I was like, you know what? I never felt like a comedian before. But you, oh my God, you make me feel like I should go on stage and tell jokes to the world, even though I've never tried to write a joke before. But she made me feel like that, you know, so. All right, but you know what? I'm just rambling, and I definitely sound like I got 11 drinks in me. It's 11:27, so by the time I do this outro and finish, it'll be 11:30, and it'll look like we actually did this on schedule. You know what I'm saying? So let me get up out of here. You know what I mean? Man, yo, we gonna be great. Yo, Bees, I appreciate you joining me tonight. Yo, people saying you look mad tired and shit like that, but you ain't tired, man. You just chilling right now, right?
I'm high as a motherfucker.
You high as a motherfucker. He ain't tired. He high, baby. He high as a motherfucker. Let's see. Let's just do something real quick. Boom. Let me just remove pin. Now let me pin, because just because some of y'all think Bees asleep, Bees ain't sleep. Bees chilling. Bees is wide awake. Bees is wide the fucking awake. And when Bees is done here, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna go smack his girl on the butt, wake her up out of her sleep, and say, "Hey, baby, we gonna do the nasty tonight."
No, I like doing the nasty.
Alright, yo. Let me get up out of here. I'm acting foolish right now. For real, for real. Yo, we gonna be back on Tuesday. We gonna have another fun night. I'm not gonna be super fresh like I'm super Cuba fresh. I should have had a cigar tonight. Actually, technically I got a cigar, but it got weed in it. And it's not really pause. It's not, you know what I'm saying? You know
the
what
best
I'm
kind
saying?
of cigar.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the best kind.
Yeah. Wayne said good night. Oh, happy Easter, everyone. Easter is on Sunday. Versus battle on Sunday. Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Osley Brothers, hosted by Steve Harvey. He's going to be in a suit that's a little bit like mine. He's probably going to have a white hat. Let's see if he got a white hat. But yo, may your weekend be great. Do your best to stay sucker free. And keep a smile on your face, baby. We out this motherfucking bitch. We forgot to do the motherfucking screenshot and shit. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me see. I'm gonna try to add the let me see if I can add this shit real quick. I don't wanna change it. I don't wanna fuck up the vibe on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, let me hear. Hey. Paste that reference. All right, now we can go here. We gotta do a motherfucking screenshot. Yo, why the outro go away? I don't know. It need to come back. But yo, we gonna take a screenshot real quick. My nigga B's, Khary's Crib, episode 63. Just so happened it rhymes. Smile, bitch. All right, let's go back. All right. Oh, be back. We about this bitch. We getting up out of here, yo, man. Yo, I'm glad y'all tuned in this evening. We have fun. We will be back on Tuesday. Me, Bees, and Grace gotta remember to take a motherfucking photo before the end of the show next time. I'm feeling good tonight too, man. I'm feeling good tonight. Because I had 11 motherfucking shots according to Wayne.
Yeah.
You are now tuned into Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib.